Okay. Today is still Sunday, April 19, 2015. It is 7:21 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. This video log is just for information. It's not part of the play. I came to the realization that there is a strong possibility that Hawaii won't be able to do this. For practical needs, it might have to be in Chicago or New York or London, for costumes for the children. And Hawaii is so expensive to do something like this. So what I can easily imagine happening is that the play would be in Chicago with the Alvin Ailey Dance Company instead of Hawaiian hula dancers for various reasons. One, it's expensive, right, to do anything of this type in Hawaii. Two, African Americans lost their culture also when they came to America as slaves. The intelligent slaves were killed. They were deliberately killed. That's what Chris Rock said in his comedy, and that's wow. That's amazing. That's just horrible. So their culture can also be a bridge between Christianity and Sharia law. Okay, even though Sharia law, even though ideally the kapu system is actually a romantic bridge. We have a romantic view of, most people in the world has a, like I said in the introduction, a romantic view of Hawaii. But perhaps, just for practical reasons, Alvin Ailey and modern dance and all that stuff may be better instead of hula. Hula might be too distracting. Okay, 3. World War I. Also, because World War I was actually a world war, because Africa was involved in that one. Okay, in World War I, not in World War II. Okay. So African Americans, Alvin Ailey. Okay. Number 4. The Hawaiian culture might be too obscure a culture to bridge the gap in some ways, maybe. And we won't have to show the 1-hour documentary about Hawaii. That might be going off on a tangent. That would make the event shorter in time, because then you'll only have to show Amazing Grace and Chuck movie. Because that explains why it's called Sounds of Silence. Okay. Now, number 5. I thought the play would be shown every 7 years, but as I thought that, I heard a thought as I was looking over, doing a quick read through. It might be better. It might be 5 years. Every 5 years it will be shown. Even though I'd like the number 7 for various reasons. 7 is one of those numbers that, lucky 7, 7 seas, the 7 dwarves, the 7 deadly sins. Maybe, is it 7? I can't remember. And what other things? Sorry, I never went to church. I tried when I was 10. It didn't work out. Let's see. What else? Just 7. There's also, in this book by Stephen King, it's a quote. When I read it, The Stand, there's this portion in the book where Stu Redman meets a college professor, and they're talking about the world or humankind, and kind of like sociology and repopulating the world and all that kind of. Well, it's a very interesting quote, and it goes like this. The professor tells Stu Redman, "Give me a man who lives alone, and I'll give you a saint. Give me two, and they'll fall in love. Give me three, and they'll recreate what we so charmingly call a society. Give me four, and they'll build a pyramid. Give me five, and one will be made an outcast. Give me six, and they'll reinvent prejudice. Give me seven, and in 7 years, they'll reinvent warfare. Man may have been made in the image of God, but human society was made in his opposite number, and we're all trying to get back home." So, I love that quote, and when I read it, it was like manna from heaven, gold coming down. So that's why I chose 7 years. But when I was going through the read-through, I heard the thought, not a voice, just the thought. 5. Okay, 5 years. All right. So every 5 years. And actually, I can understand that would be better because a presidential term of a president is 4 years. But when they do a plan, when they plan their administration, whatever, they plan for their term, it's actually 5 years that they plan, not 4, but 5. Okay, that's why it's so difficult for a president to come in, and change things and keep to their promises as a candidate, because they actually learn the reality of the previous administration, and they have to do it. It's very difficult to change, especially from Republican to Democrat. It's easy to change from Democrat to Republican, I think, in my imagination, as I understand it, as I've seen. But from Republican to Democrat is hard. It's harder. Okay, but that's my imagination. That's how I see it. I don't know. I'm not I didn't study politics. I didn't study business. I didn't study, my major was art and design, a year and a half, as I said before, and 1 year of architecture, and 1 semester in media arts, web page design at community college, Kapiolani Community College. Okay, so number 6. I can't seem to do research. Wikipedia changes on me. I noticed that in 2009. I was looking up the story behind the history of crystal methamphetamine, ice. And Wikipedia said that it was in World War II that it was designed, it was produced for the military, for Germany and Japan. And then the next time, I didn't print it, I just assumed it would be there and it wouldn't change. The next time I went into it and looked it up to look at something else, the information totally changed. It said it was produced in Hawaii, it was invented in Hawaii. But I know that's a lie. Don't try and blame us for ice, for crystal meth, because what you need is a large field with an abandoned barn. Because when you make ice, it stinks. It has its own distinctive smell to it. So it can't be made here. It's actually made in the Midwest. I learned that in Bridges class. Brandy Northcutt was from the mainland, from the Midwest, and she said that's where they make it. It's not made. That's where they produce it. Okay. So I can't trust what I read. I can't trust even information in a book changes, you know. So I can't trust my own research. So somebody else has to do it. So so I have to get rid of this. I have to finish this and just send it out and not look at it anymore, because I'm straying too far away from my purpose. My purpose isn't this play. It's the flowchart of mental health services. That is my purpose in life. That is what God has given to me. Okay, so I need to get this play off my desk, because I know that it will be edited anyway, and edited further, and would have to be different. It would have to be different to accommodate different groups of people. This draft is meant to inspire those that know how to produce a play or musical, and that's not Hawaii. Plays don't start here, at least not something on this scale. That's London and New York. Okay, but I can easily imagine it being done in Chicago. I've been to Chicago. Yeah, love that city. It's beautiful. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. I can't do it anymore. I've done Act 1, and I'll just, what will I do? I've already done Act 1, a video log. Act 2 and Act 3. I'll just read the script, okay? Show it to you and read the script. And the songs, you can look it up in iTunes or whatever, to hear it. Yeah. Okay. Because I need sleep, man. I need to work on something else. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Namaste.